As a side story,
It's so quiet.
I grew up. I lived in Central Phoenix for a long time, which I'm very excited. But I grew up in Glendale. And my parents lived there, and yesterday, fortunately, we had a day off, so I had the luxury of getting to spend the entire day in Glendale with my family. And my parents were telling me the story. I guess one time, like, my mom, she was walking our dog. We have this gigantic ass. He's like massive. He's a Rottweiler, and she was walking him, and the lady next door, apparently there's like an 80-year-old woman, and she lives with her 40-year-old daughter. It's very Glendale, but she's got these 3 wiener dogs, and one time my mom was walking, and she ended up, like, basically the wiener dogs ended up being like a pain in the ass, and she fractured her knee. It was a real bummer, but so my parents were sitting down the other day. They had the screen door over the door, and the door was open because I think that they're cheap, so they don't pay for air. I think that's how it's done. And I don't know if it's how it's done in Mesa, but that's how it's done in Glendale. And they're sitting there, and the old lady walks up to the door. She walks up to the screen door, and my dog starts like going crazy. She's unfazed by it. My dad pulls the dog aside, and he walks up, and he's like, "Yeah," and she says, "No. No, actually, this is far fucking deeper than that." Don't ruin the punchline. So she walks up and she reaches into her pocket. She pulls out some money and she says to my dad, "Here's $30. I killed your cat." And my dad says, "We don't have a cat." And I don't know how much further he got. The rest of the story was that the cat was in her backyard, and it might have, she didn't want her dogs to get to the cat. So she fucking offed the cat before the dogs even had a chance to do it. She didn't even my dad, I wish I pray that he's gonna go next door tomorrow and just say well, yeah, obviously, but I pray that he's just gonna go next door and instead just be like, "And one more thing, how did you kill that cat?" But nonetheless,
Wait, Nate, I didn't know that she killed the cat because she thought her dogs were gonna kill the cat. This changes the story.
Well, I mean,
I thought she just murdered the cat.
Well, okay, so either your dogs are gonna off the cat, or you're like.
If I knew Andrew was gonna kill you, okay, and I had that kind of intel, and I loved you both so much that I couldn't let Andrew do it.
I'm worth about $25, just to point out.
The gist of my story is that I'm hoping it ends with $500, but the point is, maybe I should kill you.
Or maybe you could grab me and say, "Here's the fence. I'm gonna put you up here."
The point was that she didn't want anything dead? She knew the dogs were gonna kill the cat.
No, she's very into death. She's into death for hire, which is something that I hope no one in this room is that into. I mean, otherwise, I got about $40 for fucking Andrew's head.
I'm seeing a Grey Gardens type situation, right? And then what I see is she sees the cat coming over the fence, and maybe I'm just really optimistic and romantic, and she sees her dogs. And it's like the end of Bridges in Madison County, except instead of a romance, she knows her dogs are going to kill the cat. So in a defiant act of love for the cat, she kills the fucking cat.
That's more like a
even if so. Sorry, go ahead.
That's more like a Mice and Men, where he tells him about the rabbits.
Oh my god!
No one fucking saw. Apparently, someone saw Mice and Men. If you've seen it, clap for Andrew. It's poignant.
It's a scenario if Mice and Men meets Bridges in Madison County meets Hotel for Dogs meets Psycho.
Well, I just don't understand why you wouldn't say, "Sorry, I killed your cat. Here's $30." But whatever the fuck. This song is about my parents deciding to up and leave and move to Arizona.